Seriously, Natalie?
Huh? Amanda?
Yeah, it's me. I can't believe you're actually going to Derek's funeral. Wasn't ruining our marriage enough for you? Now you have to ruin his funeral, the last chance I have to say goodbye as well?
I'm not ruining anything, Amanda. I'm going to say goodbye to my husband. I'm allowed to do that. In fact, I've got more right than you to do that considering I'm his wife.
More right than me? I was his wife first. We were married for 20 wonderful years before you came around and ruined it all. You little homewrecker.
You weren't married for 20 years, Amanda, and you know it. It was just over 10 years, and you were both miserable for the last 2 years of it.
What would you know of it, huh?
Derek told me all about your marriage. From the sounds of it, you were both making each other miserable. He was so cold and distant with you and trying to find any excuse not to go home, and you were always so short and snappy with him. He told me it was like you were blaming him for something that dissatisfied you. And, for the record, I didn't wreck anyone's home. You and Derek were already separated when I met him. The only thing that happened whilst I was in the picture was that your divorce was finalized. You can't blame me for your marriage failing when I wasn't even there when it all happened.
Ugh, that's just a lie. I love Derek so much, and you came along and stole him from me. That's the truth. If it wasn't for you, we probably would have gotten back together.
I'm not going to argue over this, Amanda. I have too much to do for this funeral that, frankly, I'm barely just keeping it together. I'm so heartbroken right now, and I can't deal with your petty drama. I've given you an invite for the funeral because, whilst you were separated, I believe you deserve to say goodbye to Derek too. Because you meant something to each other once. Whether you want to go or not is up to you.
I'll only go if you don't.
That's not going to happen. I'm going, and there's no debate about that. If that means you don't go, well, that's up to you.
Fine, I'll be there, but you better stay away from me.
Trust me, I won't be anywhere near you.
Good.
Are you kidding me, Amanda? I can't believe you chucked me out of the funeral. How petty can you get?
I'm not petty. You were kicked out of the funeral on your own accord. You just went on and on and on about how much you loved him, and people got sick of it. That's all.
That's not true. You were the one to make a whole scene about me being there. You even lied to the priest and told him that I was Derek's ex-wife. That's the reason I was kicked out. Now I understand why Derek left you.
How dare you? You were the reason he left me.
Actually, you cheating on him with a guy named Gary was the reason he left.
What? He told you about that?
Of course he did. We told each other everything. I mean, we loved each other, so of course we'd share everything with one another.
Well, clearly he didn't share everything with you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, don't you worry about it. You'll find out soon enough. LOL.
Whatever, Amanda. Just please leave me alone. I want to mourn in peace.
Yeah, whatever. You just keep playing the innocent victim. Everyone knows you only got with Derek for his money. It's really obvious.
What? No, I didn't. I loved him. I didn't even know he owned a successful company until we were already 6 months into dating. Besides, I don't care about the money. He could have been dirt poor and I still would have loved him. He was just an amazing man, filled with so much love and kindness. Only an idiot would let him go.
Ugh, you think you're so smart, playing like you wanted to be with him just for him. But it's not true. I know you are more like me than you want to admit, that the only reason you married Derek was to get his wealth when he died. I mean, that's why I married him. But then you came along and ruined it all.
You might be cold and callous like that, but I'm nothing like you. I loved him for him, and that's it.
Uh-huh, sure you did. But you want to know something?
What?
I have a feeling that you aren't going to get a single dollar of Derek's fortune.
And why is that?
Oh, no reason. Just a little hunch. LOL.
Whatever, I'm going. Just please leave me alone now.
Uh-huh, of course. Oh, Natalie, it was lovely seeing you at Derek's will reading today. I bet you weren't expecting to see me there, though, were you?
Amanda, no, it was a bit of a shock.
You know what else was a shock? The fact that Derek left me his house in the will. LOL. When I say house, it's more like a mansion, isn't it? Were you expecting that? I bet you weren't. LOL. What's the matter? You're not sulking, are you? Because I won?
No, I'm not sulking, Amanda. I'm an adult and I can handle things in a mature way. Unlike you.
Oh, is that so? Well then, handle this. I want you out of my house by the end of the week. That's how long the will states I have to give you to get everything in order, so you have until Friday to get all of your stuff and to get moved out. After that, anything that's left behind will be mine and I can do whatever I want with it.
Wow, that's really not a lot of time at all. And you're seriously going to kick me out of the house that Derek and I built together? You're really that cold and heartless?
Yes, I guess I am. Anyway, I've always been jealous of that house, so I want it for myself. Got it? So hurry up and leave already.
I see. Very well. I'll get all of my things sorted out quickly and I'll be out of your hair before you know it.
Great.
Just one thing before I go. The will stated that the house needed to be left in its original state, right?
That's correct. Exactly as you found it. Nothing should be changed about it at all. So don't even think of trying to take something away from it, because I'll know if you do.
Very well. Its original state is how you'll find it.
It better be. Natalie, what have you done? OMG, where's the house gone? What is this pile of rubbish? I told you not to mess with anything. I am so going to get my lawyer on you.
Amanda? What's the matter? I've moved out of the house like you asked me to.
Oh, don't play coy with me. You know exactly what the matter is. Where's my house?
What do you mean? Your house is exactly where I left it.
No, it isn't. This building isn't the same house you had. It's just a pile of bare bricks and rotten floorboards. This isn't what it was like at all. I don't know what you think you're playing at, but you're going to wish that you never tried to take me on. I'm going to sue you so bad for what you've done. It was in the will that I got this house, and the fact that you haven't given it to me will surely go against you in court.
Actually, Amanda, you said that I had to give you the house in its original state. Well, that is the original state.
Huh?
That's how me and Derek bought it. It was a falling down pile of rubbish when we first laid eyes on it. It was only through our hard work and effort that we got it renovated into the house we lived in. But considering you said that you wanted the house in its original state, I thought I'd better do what you ask.
No, but you know that's not what I meant. I wanted the house as it was when you lived in it.
Oh, well then, you really should have been more specific.
How did you even do all of this? It must have cost you loads of money to rip everything out.
Well, you're not wrong there. But what with me inheriting Derek's money and company and everything, it wasn't that much of an expense. And I was glad to do it if it taught you a lesson.
A lesson?
Yeah, a lesson in not to mess with someone else's will and life.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, please. Do you really think that I wouldn't look into that so-called will Derek left? I know that you were sleeping with the lawyer who read Derek's will, and that the two of you conspired to try and take my house. I'm sure that you would have tried to get his money if you thought that you could have gotten away with it. But we both know that Derek wouldn't have left anything like that to you. It's funny, though, that you think I'd accept him leaving our house to you. I'm really not stupid, even though you seem to be under the impression that I am. I had a third party look into the will you and your boyfriend had, and it turned out to be a fake. The real will states that Derek left everything to me. It doesn't even mention your name.
That's not true. The will Tony read was the real one. You're the one who's made a fake.
Did your will have all of the official signatures? No, it didn't. How do I know this? Because the lawyer who looked into your will assessed that Derek's signature was different to the one that he had used his entire life. In simpler terms, it was forged.
But it wasn't my idea, it was all Tony.
Well, I'm sure you can sort all of that out with the police.
Wait, no, please don't call the police.
It's too late. Forging a will is a serious crime, and as soon as it was discovered that you'd done that, the police took the case over. I'm sure they'll be contacting you soon.
But why did you even gut the house if you knew that I was lying?
Ah, that. Well, now that Derek is gone, the thought of living in the house that we both built together was too hard. I took everything out so that I could still remember him, but I'm moving somewhere a bit smaller and more quaint. I was able to sell most of the things after keeping the things I wanted, and that were the most important to me, so I've made a bit of money as a nest egg.
But that's not fair. I wanted that house. I deserved it.
All you deserve is facing the consequences of your actions when the police come and get you.
You ruined everything. I hate you. With all of my heart, I hate you.
I'm sorry you feel like that, Amanda. I don't know what I've done to you. You might think that I stole your husband from you, but the reality is that you two were finished by the time I met him. I don't know why you can't accept that, but I'm done playing nice. This will be the last time I speak to you now. Any other interactions will be done via lawyers to sort out this whole mess you've caused with your fake will. Now, goodbye, Amanda. The police ended up arresting both Amanda and her boyfriend, Tony, for the fake will that they made. In the end, though, Amanda was given 100 hours of community service as she didn't have such a massive part in the forgery. Her boyfriend, on the other hand, was sentenced to 5 years in jail as it turned out that it wasn't the first time he had forged a will. As for me, I found a nice little cottage and I am living quite happily. I miss my husband every day, but I do what I can to get by. I know that one day I'll see him again, but until then, I'll try to appreciate every day I have and find the good even in the bad.